Hello everyone, good evening. So today we are going to see Turing machines, okay? Good evening everyone. Okay, okay, fine. So this is the QR code of my compiler design textbook. This is the QR code of my compiler design textbook. You can buy it on PW store. You can scan this QR code and buy the compiler design textbook. This will be helpful for BTech, MTech and GATE. Okay. And this is the QR code of my Telegram channel. Please join the Telegram channel where you can discuss many things including your doubts or anything you want to, right? So this is the QR code. Please scan this and join the Telegram channel. Okay. Please scan this and join the Telegram channel. Fine. I hope you got this. So yesterday we were discussing about Turing machines. Today also the topic is Turing machines. Today also the topic is Turing machines, right? Now I'll give you a simple Turing machine. Answer what this Turing machine is accepting. I'll give you a simple Turing machine. And one more thing, this is not a crash course. This is a complete course. In this course, I have covered everything that is required for GATE. You don't have to refer to any other videos or any books. This course is going to be sufficient. Okay. This is not a crash course. This is a full course. Okay. So now let us say there is a Turing machine. Q0 is the initial state. On seeing A, it is leaving it as A and moving right. And on seeing B, it is leaving it as B and moving right. And moving right. Now, on seeing a blank, it will leave it as a blank and move right. And it is accepting. It is going to final state QF. It is going to final state QF, right? So try this one. Try to answer this one. What is the language accepted? What is the language accepted? What is the language accepted by this machine? Mohit, Prashant, Prince. What is the language accepted by this machine? Okay. Try this one. Take inputs and check this. Okay. Take epsilon A, B, A, B, B, A, and you check this. Okay. Take inputs and check this. Take inputs and check this. What is the language accepted? Okay. So let us check using epsilon. Now what is epsilon? Epsilon means nothing, right? So you cannot write epsilon on a tape. What will be on the tape? all blanks. If there are all blanks on the tape, that is equivalent to epsilon. Okay. Now check for epsilon. I will do for epsilon, you do for other strings. Okay. Check for epsilon. In epsilon, everything will be blank and input output pointer will be pointing to something. Right? Right? Now initially you will be in state Q0. 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 Right? Q0 on seeing a blank is leaving it as blank and moving right and going to QF. So Q0 on seeing a blank is leaving it as blank, moving right and going to QF. And going to QF. And going to QF, right? Now QF on blank, nothing is defined. So this is a dead configuration. So Turing machine will halt here. Now Turing machine is halting on QF, therefore epsilon is accepted. Therefore epsilon is accepted. Therefore epsilon is accepted. Right? Now similarly do for other strings, then you'll get the answer. Similarly do the same for other strings. Take A, take B, take A, take A, B, B, A, B, B, and see, then you'll understand what this machine is accepting. Okay? Try this. Try this. I have given you for epsilon. You see for A, B, A, B, B, A, B, B, all these strings. Right? Right? So take A and see what happens. There is blank, there is blank, there is A, there is blank, there is blank, right? Initially you are in state Q0. Initially you are in state Q0, right? Q0 on seeing A leaves it as A and moves right, right? So Q0 moves right. It will be in state Q0 only, but Turing machine will move right. Turing machine will move right. Now Q0 on blank. Now Q0 on blank leaves it as blank and moves right. Q0 on blank leaves it as blank and move right. And it will go to QF. Now QF on blank. QF on blank is not defined, right? QF on blank is not defined. QF on blank is not defined. Therefore, Turing machine will halt here in the final state. Therefore, A is accepted. Like this, you take other strings and try to do this. Okay. Like this, you take other strings and you try to do this. Like this, you take other strings and you try to do this. Okay. So epsilon is accepted, A is accepted. Epsilon is accepted, A is accepted. Now see for other strings as well, whether they are accepted or not. See for other strings as well. Okay. right? Let us see for B. Blank blank B blank blank, right? Now you are in state B. You are seeing B. Initially you will be in state Q0. Q0 on seeing B leaves it as B and moves right. Okay. So Q0 on seeing B leaves it as B and move right, and it will be in state Q0 only. And Q0 on seeing a blank, it will move right and it will enter the state QF. Now QF on blank, nothing is defined, so it is a dead configuration. So Turing machine will halt here. Turing machine will halt here. Now on B, Turing machine is entering the final state. Therefore, B is accepted. Therefore, B is accepted, right? Now check for other strings. Now you check for other strings. Now you check for other strings. Now you check for other strings. A, B, B. Check for those strings, okay? I'm just duplicating this slide. This slide will be available for you. I'm not erasing it. Slide will be available for you. I'm just duplicating the slides and erasing it. The old slide is available. Don't worry. Notes will be given to you completely. Okay. Now you check for AA, AB, BA, BB. Right? Check for AA, AB, BA, BB. Check for AA, AB, BA, BB. Okay. Okay. So check for all these strings. Check for AA, AB, BA, BB. Right? Let us check for AA. Let us say there is blank blank. There are infinite number of blanks, okay? Even though I'm writing only 2 blanks, this is an infinite tape. It will have infinite number of blanks, okay? And AA, and then infinite number of blanks. Infinite number of blanks, okay? Now you will be in state Q0, right? And you are seeing AA. Now what happens? On state A, in state Q0, on seeing AA, we will leave it as A and move right. And we will be in state Q0. We will be in state Q0. We will be in state Q0, right? Now Q0 on A. Again, you will be in state Q0 only, but you will move right. So you will be in state Q0 only. You will move right, leave A as it is, and you are looking at a blank. Now Q0 on blank, it will leave it as blank and move right, and it will enter QF. Now QF on blank, nothing is defined. If you see this, QF on blank, nothing is defined, right? Therefore, this is a dead configuration. Therefore, this is a dead configuration, right? So Turing machine will end here in the final state. Therefore, AA is accepted. AA is accepted, right? Now do it for AB. Now do it for AB. Blank, blank. There are a lot of blanks. And then A, B, blank, blank. AB, blank, blank. AB, blank, blank. AB, blank, blank, right? Now initially you will be in state Q0. Initially you will be in state Q0. Now Q0 on A, we'll leave it as A and move right. It will still be in Q0. Now Q0 on B, we'll leave it as B and move right. It will still be in Q0. Now Q0 on blank, we'll leave it as blank and move right. It will enter QF. Now QF on blank, nothing is defined, so the machine will die here. Therefore, AB is accepted. AB is accepted. AB is accepted. Right? AB is accepted. Right? Now let us see BA. Is BA accepted or not? Now blank, blank, BA, blank, 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 BA, blank, blank, right? Blank, blank, BA, blank, blank. Right? So small b initially will be in state Q0. Q0 on small b, will leave it as B and move right. Now Q0 on small a, will leave it as A and move right. Now Q0 on blank, will leave it as blank and move right, and it will enter QF. Now QF on blank, nothing is defined, so it has entered the dead configuration and the Turing machine will halt here. Turing machine will halt here. Right? So Turing machine is halting in final state. So BA is accepted. So BA is accepted, right? Now let's check for BB. Now let's check for BB. Now let's check for BB, right? So blank, blank, B, B, blank, 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 B, B, blank, blank. Blank, blank, BB, blank, blank, right? Q0 on seeing a blank, on seeing a B, it will leave it as B and move right. And Q0 on seeing a B, it will leave it as B and move right. And Q0 on seeing a blank, it will leave it as blank and move right. It will enter into the final state QF. It will enter into the final state QF. It will enter into the final state QF. Right? It will enter into the final state QF. Now QF on blank, nothing is defined. So the Turing machine will halt there. And it is entering the final state. It has ended in the final state. Therefore, BB is accepted, right? Now, if you observe this carefully, epsilon is accepted. If you see this, epsilon is accepted, A is accepted, B is accepted, AA, AB, BA, BB, everything is accepted, right? Therefore, this machine accepts A plus B star. It accepts everything, right? So what are these? The machine will accept A plus B star, and the machine halts on everything. Whatever input you give, the machine is going to halt, right? The machine halts on A plus B star, and the machine does not hang on any input, right? Therefore, the machine hangs on nothing. The machine hangs on 5. The machine hangs on nothing. The machine hangs on nothing. Hangs on 5. Hangs on 5 means the machine hangs on nothing. The machine hangs on nothing, right? Now, what about the contents of the tape? The contents of the tape, they remain same. The contents of the tape, they remain same. The contents of the tape, they remain same. They remain same, right? Right? So I'll give you one more machine, you try this. I'll give you one more machine, you try this. Q naught, Q naught on A leaves it as A and moves right. On B makes it A and moves right. And on blank leaves it as blank and move right. And finally in QF we will accept it. In QF, in the final state, we will accept it. Try for this machine. Take everything, take all the strings and see what is accepted, what happens to the tape, what it hangs on, right? Take all inputs and see this. Take all inputs and see this. Take all inputs and see this. Take epsilon, take A, take B, take AA, AB, BA. Good evening, Prashant. You are late. See what this machine is accepting, okay? Take epsilon, take A, take B, take AA, AB and BA and see what it is accepting. So let's take epsilon and see what happens. Okay. So epsilon is all blanks. Blank, 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 blank. Now check this. What happens on all blanks? Okay. Check this. Check what happens on all blanks. What do I mean by all blanks? All blanks means it is nothing. Basically, nothing means epsilon. We don't write epsilon here, right? On the tape, we can't write epsilon. So we will write a blank, right? So blank meaning is nothing. So this is epsilon, right? Now you check what happens on epsilon. Okay. Like this, you take small strings and you check it. You don't have to take big strings. By checking 2-length strings, mostly you will get to know 2-length or 3-length strings. Mostly you will get to know the answer in Turing machines. You don't have to take big strings. Okay. Try this. Prashant, what is the answer? Try this. Right. So you will be in Q naught. On seeing a blank, you are leaving it as blank and moving right and going to QF, right? Now QF on blank is not defined. Therefore, Turing machine will halt here. So epsilon is accepted. Like that you see for other strings. So epsilon is accepted. Like that you check for other strings, right? Like that you check for other strings. Okay. So let's check for A. Blank, blank. A is in the input. Blank, blank. And the input output reader will be here. Now you will be in Q naught. Initially you will be in Q naught. Initially you will be in Q naught. Welcome, Paul. So Q naught on seeing A, will leave it as A and move right. Q naught on seeing A, will leave it as A and move right. It will be in Q naught only. It will be in Q naught only. It will be in Q naught only. Right? Now Q naught on blank. Q naught on blank, it will leave it as blank and move right, and it will enter QF, and it will enter QF. It will enter QF, the final state. And QF on blank, nothing is defined. Therefore, the machine will halt in QF. The machine will halt in QF, and A is accepted. And A is accepted. Right? Now let's see what happens on B. Let's see what happens on B. You try this. You try this. Let's see what happens on B. You try this and see what happens on B. You try this and see what happens on B. You try this and see what happens on B. Here there is a small change, right? Here a small change will occur. Try to see what that change is. Try to see what that change is. Okay. Here a small change will occur. Try to see what that change is. If you can capture these minute details, you will be able to do well in GATE. Okay. If you capture these minute details, you will be able to do well in GATE. Sir, I think your chat box take time to load. So this is not the problem with the chat box. I am streaming the video through OBS. So after I say something, that will reach you after I think 5 to 10 seconds. There is a 5 to 10-second delay. This is not the problem with the chat box, Prashant. Okay. Now let's see what happens on B. Blank, blank, B, blank, 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 B, blank, blank. Right? So if you look at B, you are in Q0. Now just see what is happening on B in Q0. On Q0, on small b, it is changing small b to small a and moving right. It is changing small b to small a and moving right. It is changing small b to small a and moving right into Q0 and moving right into Q0. Moving right into Q0. Now see what is happening on blank. Q0 on blank is leaving it as blank and moving right to QF. Now QF on blank, nothing is defined, so machine will halt here. Turing machine will halt here. Since Turing machine is halting on QF, what is accepted? Input is B, not A. Input is B, B is accepted, right? So B is accepted. On seeing, B is accepted, right? I am just duplicating the slides. That slide content will remain same. I am just erasing it on the duplicated slide. Okay. Now let's see what happens on AA, AB, BA, BB, right? Let's see what happens on AA, AB, BA and BB, right? So for these simple machines, 2-length string is sufficient. You don't have to check for 3-length strings or 4-length strings. You can do this in 3 minutes in the exam. Since I'm explaining you, it is taking more time, but you can definitely do these questions within 2 or 3 minutes. Within 2 minutes, you will be able to do this in exam. Okay. While explaining, you may think that this is a little bit difficult, but in exam, once you practice this will be very easy, right? So let us check what happens on AA. Let us check what happens on AA. Blank, blank, AA, blank, blank, right? Now you will be in state Q0. You will be in state Q0. You will be in state Q0. See what happens. See what happens for AA. Try this. See what happens for AA. Try this. So what happens on AA? So you will be in state Q0. On seeing A, leave it as A and move right. And you will be in state Q0. And again on seeing A, you leave it as A, move right, you will be in state Q0. And Q0 on seeing a blank, it will move right and enter the QF. And QF doesn't have any transition defined. So this is a dead configuration. And so the machine will halt in QF. The machine is halting in QF, right? Therefore, AA is accepted. Therefore, AA is accepted, right? Now you see for AB. Very good, Prashant. It is accepted, right? Now you see for AB. Now you see for AB and tell me what is happening. There is a small change here. You have to catch those minute details. Okay? Then only you will be able to answer the gate questions. You have to catch those minute details, right? So let us see what happens on AB. Blank, blank, A, B, blank, blank. Let us see what happens on AB, right? So initially you are in A, you are seeing Q0, you are in state Q0 and you are seeing A, right? Now what happens on A? Q0 on A, leave it as A, move right. Q0 on A, leave it as A, move right to Q0. Move right to Q0. Move right to Q0, right? Right? And Q0 on B, if you observe it, B is changed to A and then we will move right, which means this B is changed to A and then we are going to move right into Q0 only. Now Q0 on blank is moving right, keeping blank as it is, and it is entering QF. Now QF, nothing is defined, so the machine will halt. The machine will halt, right? The machine is halting in the final state. Therefore, what is the input? It is not AA, it is AB, right? So AB is accepted. AB is accepted, right? Right? Now check for BA. Check for BA and check for BB. Check for BA and check for BB. Check for BA and check for BB. Now you check for BA and check for BB, right? So let us check for BA. Blank, blank, B, A, blank, 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 BA, blank, 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 BA, blank, blank. All right. So you will be in state Q0 and you are seeing a blank. You will be in state Q0 and you are seeing a blank. And you are seeing a blank. Now if you observe this, on seeing a B, if you are in state Q0, you are converting it into A and moving right. You are converting it into A and moving right, and you are still in state Q0. Now Q0 on A is leaving it as A and it is moving right. You are still in Q0. Now Q0 on blank, it is leaving it as blank and moving right and entering QF and entering QF and entering QF and entering QF, right? Now QF on blank, it is entering dead configuration, right? QF on blank is, it is entering dead configuration, right? It is entering dead configuration and it is ending in final state. Therefore, BA is accepted, not AA, right? So you can say BA is accepted, but the tape contents have become AA. Tape contents have become AA, right? 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 Now check for BB the same way. Check for BB in the same way. Check for BB in the same way. Check for BB. Okay. So blank blank B B blank 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 BB blank blank. Right? Now you will be in state Q0 and see blank. What happens? Tell me. What happens? Tell me. Now on Q0, on seeing a B, you are overwriting it as A. So overwriting it as A and you are moving right. Okay. Again Q0 on seeing B, it is overwriting as A and it is moving right. And again Q0 on seeing blank, it is leaving it as blank and moving right and entering QF and entering QF and entering QF and entering QF, right? And we are going to halt in QF. The machine is going to halt in QF because QF blank is not defined, right? This is a dead configuration and the machine will enter in QF, halt in QF, okay? So BB is accepted, not AAA, right? So BB is accepted. Now you can check all the cases, okay? We have done all the cases. Now if you observe this, epsilon is accepted, A is accepted, B is accepted, AA, AB, BA, BB is accepted. So everything is accepted, right? So this machine accepts everything. This machine accepts everything. A plus B star. This machine accepts everything. This machine accepts everything. This machine accepts everything. And the machine halts on everything. The machine halts on everything. And the machine hangs on nothing. And contents of the tape are changed to all A's. Even if you give B's, the contents of the tape are changed to all A's. So any of these questions can be asked. The machine accepts, the machine halts, hangs, tape. So tape is converted to all A's. Tape is converted to all A's, right? Now I'll give you a simple machine. It will look like a simple machine, right? But most of the students will do wrong here, okay? It looks like a very simple machine and answer looks very easy, but I'm sure I will tell you the answer is not what you are thinking. The answer is not what you are thinking, okay? Okay. Q0 on A, make it as A and move right, right? And go to final state QF and go to final state QF and go to final state QF and go to final state QF. Yeah, Bhagavendra. Generally, students at this time they don't attend the classes because it is 11 o'clock, right? So they will watch the class later. I am not teaching for the students who are attending now. I am teaching for the students who will see later. At 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, students generally they have to go to college in the morning, so they generally sleep, but then they will see the video later. That is why later you will get more views compared to the number of students attending now, right? No problem, Bhagyavendra, right? So this looks like a very simple machine and it looks like you know the answer, but you will definitely answer it wrong, right? What is the language accepted by this machine? What is the language accepted by this Turing machine, right? What is the language accepted by this Turing machine? Right? What is the answer you think? What is the answer you think? I will tell you 100% the answer you are thinking is wrong. Okay? I will tell you 100% the answer that you are thinking is wrong. What is the answer you are thinking? It is a very simple machine and you think the answer is very simple, but you have to analyze it. That is why I was taking all these strings and analyzing, right? Try this. Yeah, Prashant, I thought you would answer this. That is not the answer, right? Just by looking at the machine, you may think that this is accepting A. That is why I asked you to trace on all the strings and see. That is why I told you the method, right? You have answered it wrong. It is not simply string A. It is not simply string A, right? So let's see the answer for this. As usual, you start with epsilon, okay? As usual, you start with epsilon. So let us say blank, 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 blank. This is epsilon, right? Now initially you will be in state Q naught. For Q naught, blank is not defined. Therefore, Turing machine will halt here. For Q naught, blank is not defined. Therefore, Turing machine will halt here. Therefore, Turing machine will halt here. Therefore, Turing machine will halt here. Right? Right? So, Turing machine is halting here. Turing machine is halting here in Q naught, which means epsilon is not accepted. Okay? Fine. Epsilon is not accepted. Now, let's see for A and see what happens. Now, blank, blank, A, blank, 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 A, blank, blank. Okay? Now, Q naught is seeing A, then it is leaving A as it is moving right and entering QF, and QF on blank is not defined, so machine will halt here and A is accepted. A is accepted, right? Now let's see what happens for B. Okay, let's see what happens for B. blank, blank, B, blank, blank, right? Right? So Q0 on seeing a B, it is not defined. Q0 is not defined for B. It is a dead configuration. So machine will halt here in a non-final state. So B is not accepted. So B is not accepted. B is not accepted, right? Now let us see for AA. Blank, blank, A, blank, blank. So now you'll understand this. Now when you take this string, you'll understand the machine. Okay. So initially you are in state Q0. Initially you are in state Q0. Initially you are in state Q0. Initially you will be in state Q0. On seeing a, you will leave it as A and move right, and you will be in state Q0. On seeing a, you will move right and you will enter state QF. And for QF, on A it is not defined, right? So we will halt in QF, which means AA is also accepted. Now you understood? Now you understood? AA is accepted. Very good, Prashant. AA is accepted, right? Now if you take AB, now if you take AB, what happens? A, B, blank, 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 blank. Now let's take AB, right? So Q0 on seeing A will move right into Q0. Q0 on seeing A will move right into QF, into QF, into QF, right? And QF B is not defined, so machine will halt here. Machine will halt here, right? So AB is accepted. AB is accepted, right? Now if you look at BA, blank, blank, B, A, blank, 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 BA, blank, blank. Janvi, good night. Blank, blank, BA, blank, blank, right? So Q0 on seeing B, nothing is defined. So the machine will halt here in a non-final state. Therefore, BA is not accepted. Therefore, BA is not accepted, right? Now let's see for BB. Blank, blank, B, B, blank, blank. Okay. Now Q0 on B is not defined. So machine will halt here and BB is not accepted, right? So if you observe all this, epsilon is not accepted, A is accepted, A is accepted, AB is accepted, which means it is accepting all strings starting with A. Very good, Prashant. It is accepting all strings starting with A, right? So we can say that it accepts all strings starting with A and it halts on all strings. It halts on all strings and it hangs on nothing. It doesn't hang on anything, and the contents of the tape, they remain same. Contents of the tape, they remain same. Okay. So this is a misleading question. The machine may look so simple, but the answer may not be simple. You have to analyze it. You have to analyze it, right? You will get a gate rank if you can analyze or catch some minor details. You know everything, but you'll think that the answer is simple. If the answer is so simple, why would they give it in GATE exam, right? Hi Mohit, you are late to the class. Class is almost over. Okay. So we'll continue tomorrow. We will see more machines tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all. Good night. See you tomorrow. Okay. Actually, it is about to be good morning.